Well, welcome to this What's in the Box mail call edition. I got a mail call from Joe over at Mill Creek Axe Shack. He and I worked up a trade, and y'all can tell I've already opened the box. I picked it up from the mail on the way to work, and when I got to work, before my safety meeting, I opened it up. I couldn't wait. And I'm blown away by what he sent. Few of the things that I knew were going to be in it for the trade are just super cool, but the other things that he sent, man, just Joe, thank you so much. They're all just freaking amazing. So let's get into it real quick. First off, he sent some stickers and a note. Keep that note to myself. A couple stickers, right? Tell. If you know, you know. Looks like Joe and I are cut from the same cloth. Not only are we into axes and tools and stuff like that, we have a lot of other commonalities. So, Joe, thank you for the stickers. I'm going to put these up on multiple places in the shop that I've got stickers placed. So, thank you very much. Get in here and start looking at what y'all came for, the tools. Joe traded for this. Let me get this out of the way. Joe traded for this not long ago, and I saw it and I was like, dude, that is super cool. If you ever, decide you're not married to it and want to go ahead and get rid of it, let me know. I would love to call dibs on it, because this thing is just so cool. It is smaller than what I thought it was going to be. He said it was small, but this thing is just ridiculously small. Take a look at it. Talked with a historian that I know, and he had a couple of ideas of what it might be, but he wasn't even for sure. We tell that is under 1/4 of an inch. I was on the millimeters. So what is that? I was on millimeters. I can't even read it. Let me look at it this way. Yeah, so right at 1/4 of an inch by 1/2 inch. So that eye is really tiny. I don't know of any kind of work somebody could do with this. People have thought maybe it was an ice axe. It could be like a keepsake. I have no idea. But if y'all know what this is, let me know in the comments. Get a better look at how tiny it actually is. So it is just over 5.5 wide. It is just shy of 7 tall. And the weight on it, that can't be right. Is it not even registering? Here we go. It is 0.5. It's not even a pound, right? This thing is super tiny. Something else that he sent, I saw when we were talking about trades, and I love the small, interesting things. I had a sounding hatchet once before. It was a really nice Vaughn, but I had to get rid of it for reasons. And in collecting, that's one of the cool things about it. You're almost always going to make your money back. Like if I sell stuff, I never try to make money on things, right? I just want to get my money back if I've got a medical bills, or got to help family or whatever. But this little sounding hatchet is super cool. What does it weigh? It's 13.7 ounces. So for size comparison, that's a sounding hatchet. And let me break out a regular hatchet. So you can see how tiny and how cool this thing is. Really, really rad. I like it a lot. Oh, I'm very excited to have it. All right, so let's get in here. Something else that Joe sent. I don't have, I mean, I've got hammers that I use, but I don't like necessarily collect hammers. And he asked if I had a big ball peen. I don't. Well, I didn't until now. Dude, this thing is rad, man. This thing is super heavy. I'm guessing it probably weighs over 2 pounds. Wow, okay, with the handle, 3 pounds, 4 ounces. That's huge. Oh God, I don't know if y'all could hear that. My wife in the other room just said, that's what she said. So that is super cool. Man, God, I can't believe how beefy that thing is. That is just really, really cool. Speaking of hammers, I don't have a rock hammer, and Joe sent this really nice plum square label, if you can see that. Made in the USA rock hammer. It's in really cool shape. I'm excited to hang this, and I will, because something that's cool. Well, let's get a weight on this real quick. I've never had a rock hammer before. It's my first rock hammer. 1 pound, 7.9 ounces. So that is sweet. Joe also sent this handle. He said he was just messing around in the shop. He made a handle and stuck a hammer on it, or no, he was making like a carver's hatchet. That's what he said. He was making a carver's hatchet. We text all the time, like a lot of us do. I've made a lot of good friends in the community. There's great people in the axe community and tool community. I've said it before. If you're into this kind of stuff and you're not reaching out to people that are like-minded and have the same passions as you do, you're missing out. And not just because of, cool trades, but just the friendships that you can grow, right? So he sent this roughed out handle, and usually, right, you got a big, long, skinny handle on a hammer. That's what I would expect to be on a rock hammer. Joe sent this for me to hang this hammerhead on, and I think that is going to be absolutely sick. So when I get an opportunity, there's some other projects that I've got that I need to get to. I will be hanging this head on this roughed out handle that he sent, and that's just going to be stinking wicked, I think. I was not expecting the handle, the ball peen. I knew these two were coming for sure. We had talked about this. I didn't know if he was going to send it. But Joe, you did good, bro. I'm just blown away. This. So I use a spokeshave all the time, but I use a metal body, Stanley 51, basically. I've always wanted to try a wooden body spokeshave. I just had never gotten one. Joe and I were talking about it, and I didn't know this was coming. He said he didn't really have any that he didn't use, so I guess maybe he found this one, or he decided to go ahead and be very generous. I mean, of course, this is all very generous, but he sent me this wood body spokeshave. Can I get this blade out? I don't want to cut myself on this thing. Come on now. I'll tear that wood up. There it goes. Just hadn't touched it out enough. So I will be cleaning this up and doing a preservation on it. You can tell how worn it is. Somebody has used this a lot. So I'm going to be, there's some rough edges right here. I'm going to clean that up. And then I'm going to sharpen the blade. And it's already pretty sharp, but it could be a little better. Wow, that is actually sharp. I'm going to clean this up and use it. See how it compares to the spoke shaves that I'm used to. So Joe, thank you. That is super cool, man. That is really, really rad. I like that a lot. I can't wait to give that a try. That's gonna be awesome. Let's see, what does that say on here? I can't even read that. I don't know if y'all can make that out. I got some shadows being casted. So maybe it's upside down. What does that say? I can't read it. Well, maybe when I go back in the video and edit it, I'll be able to see what it says, but I can't make it out right now. But regardless, that thing is super cool. Like I said, I've always wanted to try one of these, and now I get the opportunity to tune one up and actually give it a shot. I want to do that now. That is so sweet, dude. One last thing that Joe sent me was a homemade paste wax. I was chatting with him earlier, and I think he said it was beeswax and mineral oil. I can't remember. I know he said it was food grade safe, but I can't remember what he said it was. But that's super, super generous of you, man. Get this out of the way. I want to try to clean one of these up real quick and just see what this stuff does, because I'm interested in using that. I haven't done anything to this. I'm just going to put some of this wax on here and just kind of rub it in with this automotive grade conditioning pad as the equivalent of 800 grit. So I'm going to get some on here. And just kind of rub it in. Probably putting way too much on it, but it's one of these things where a little bit goes a long way. But it's nice coverage on it, and I think this is probably, it's going to help preserve it, keep it from rusting, right? It's also cleaning it up and making it look a little bit nicer. Let's get that handle. Put a bit on there. Get this handle, see if it makes this handle pop. And I thought maybe this handle was cut. I don't know if y'all can see. Looks like there's a little divot there where they had it chucked up in the lathe. So it is actually just this tiny, which is just super, super freaking rad in my opinion. Oh yeah, this is cleaning this stuff up nice. Helping protect it. Yeah, get that out of there. and that kind of brought a nice sheen and luster to that wood. I just love the character that this has. All the I know I had said something way back in a video that it was damage, but somebody pointed out that that's character and history. Just everything that this has seen and been through in life. All of these. Let that soak in just a little bit. I'm going to wipe it off actually before I set it back down on my cutting mat. I don't want to get oils or grease or anything on my cutting mat. I see it's pulling some rust and stuff off because I used that little reconditioning pad, the automotive grade conditioning pad, and it is nice and protected now. I'll wipe that down so it doesn't get all over the place. I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate every single one of these pieces, man. You outdid yourself. I can't believe that you sent all this. I'm so extremely grateful. This is so freaking cool. Get everything out real quick and just look at my new little goodies. Joe, I truly appreciate it, man. I'm kind of at a loss for words. Anytime I do trades or whatever, just seeing the generosity, like we talked about a few things, right? And I know I always do. I always send extra just because that's kind of who I am. But everybody that I've dealt with in the community has done the same thing. People are always sending things out. I'm always sending stuff out to them just to share the joy and the love and the camaraderie of the addiction, the hobby, right? So I appreciate y'all for watching and checking out this little mail call. If y'all aren't following Joe over at Mill Creek Axe Shack, he does great stuff. Axe content, tool content. He's going to be going kayak camping here soon. I'm trying to get him addicted to vices. So y'all go check him out. I'm going to put a link probably over here, however that works on YouTube. And y'all go give him a follow, okay? Great content and really, really great dude. We'll see y'all later.